everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you're returning. So if you happen to catch my short, that was just a little preview of what I was trying to do. I did a little experiment with this head. I wanted to see which of my techniques that I always use to stretch my hair would be the most effective, meaning which one would give me the best stretch. So the reason I have different sections is because I have different hair types, so different things work for different parts of my hair. The very back of my hair, I did a Bantu knot and African threaded one side, and then for the middle, I did a Bantu knot and a braid, but for this video, we're just gonna focus on the very back with the Bantu knot and the African thread. Don't mind my part lines. I don't use mirrors. I just kind of feel my way through, so some of my parts look a little crazy. But starting with the front, I just took down the Bantu knot, and as you can see, it was a cute little corkscrew. So I got close because what I was really looking for, when I go for a stretch, I try to make sure that my roots don't look crazy, because if you have puffy roots and then the ends are all straight, it just ain't an effective stretch. But yeah, it seemed like the roots did okay. I also have a braid, and how I do my African threading is a little different. If y'all want a video on that, make sure you guys comment below. If I get 100 thumbs ups, then I'll go ahead and do a video. Otherwise, I figure y'all probably ain't interested in my technique and how I African thread and all the rest of that. So we'll just move on. But this is the African threaded hair. I took it down and I combed it through because that's the test. Everything looks good on the surface, but once you comb that hair, that'll tell you what you're really dealing with. So when I combed it, it just felt like it was a pillow, like it was just a cloud. It felt so soft. And now this is me combing through the Bantu section. This was a little, I wasn't expecting it to be that difficult. I do it all the time, but I've never compared it. So I guess I never noticed how much more of a struggle to comb through Bantu hair was versus the African threaded hair. But yeah, it just seemed like it already had some texture. It kept the volume, probably because it was in a corkscrew state. It wasn't straight hair. With the African threaded, I was dealing with straight hair. So the tiebreaker to me is my braid that I have in front. As you can see, the African threaded hair is still stretched, and the hair that was Bantu is starting to swell up already. To reduce the shedding that I get with African threading, I like to braid my hair and then thread. So that's what I did. I braided my hair and threaded the braid. And as you can see, that hair came out super stretched. I was surprised compared to the other two versions. I want to say this was the most stretched. So the front part is the braided stretch. The back part is the African threaded stretch. And that middle piece right there is the Bantu knot stretch. And I see the most stretch out of the two parts on the top versus the one that's at the bottom that I'm not touching. What do y'all think? Have any of you all played around with African threading, or what do you guys do to stretch your natural hair? Yeah, I'm thinking that the braided stretch and the just traditional stretch were the two that I like the most. So onto the back section, and to be honest with you, the back of my hair is so just go with the flow that I figured it would be the same amount of stretch. But after combing through that Bantu knot in the front, I was like, I don't know, this may be a little difficult, and I proved to be correct. So in this one, after I took down the African threaded hair, it really didn't even require a combing job. It was already detangled. The hair had been in the threads for days, and it just came down. As I was unwinding it, I already knew. I was like, yeah, the African threaded side is definitely more of a stretch, and it's to the point where it kind of held the stretch. It didn't swell back up. So onto the Bantu knot side, as soon as I started combing it, I already realized, like, yeah, the African threaded side, it was sleeker, it felt smoother, the hair shaft was actually smoother, and as you can see, this is not like super straight. This is just a stretch on it with no heat, and it's a rough comb on the hair. I really didn't put much effort into it, and you can still see the distinct difference. Okay, so y'all tell me what y'all thought, but just going off of what I could feel in the back, until I review this, I may have to edit or voiceover, but I'm feeling like the African threaded side, oh, it just feels so soft. I wish y'all could see, like, feel how soft this hair is. It feels super sleek. It just feels easy to go through. It feels like it's just not a problem. This side is, I can see it's already starting to revert. this side is gonna be more of a problem. So I'm guessing African threading wins. I don't know, y'all tell me what y'all think. Make sure you guys comment which technique you think had the best results. I think I'm going with the African threading. Comment that down below and we'll do this again next time. Talk to y'all later.